If you're thinking about upgrading your wireless network to a faster standard, you've probably gone to the store and seen these new routers that go twice as fast. Is that a good idea? Well, maybe not. Turns out certain high-speed wireless routers are actually causing conflicts with other wireless networks in your neighborhood. If not your own, maybe your neighbor's. Here to fill us in on the problem and how it happens and why. Tech TV Lab's Han Choi. So I hadn't even thought about this.
It's actually not a standard. The 108 megabit stuff is not a standard.
It's just something that companies are doing.
Yeah, they've done it because it doesn't, as long as they don't enable it when they sell it, it still qualifies for the Wi-Fi certification.
Oh, interesting. So you have to enable it.
You have to enable it.
But you'll see these in the store. You'll see like Air Plus Extreme G.
Yeah, and then this one's just like 108G over here. So that's from Netgear.
So both of these are G routers, which is nominally 54 megabits.
54, but under this enhanced mode, it goes into Super G mode, which is
double fast.
But what they're doing is this thing called channel bonding. What they're merging the entire spectrum together to get this huge pipe.
I remember this. We used to do this with modems. You'd run 2 modems, and you'd get double the speed.
It's exactly the same concept, but in the wireless world, unfortunately, Wi-Fi has a set number of channels.
Right.
If you look at this graphic we have here, this is the way channel 1, 6, and 11 are. They don't overlap each other.
Okay.
You notice the big bulge doesn't.
There are 11 channels are used in the United States.
Yeah, exactly.
So these are your choices.
Yeah, 1, 6, and 11 do not overlap, but when you bond the with channel bonding, you center around channel 6 and bond them together, so it bleeds into 11 and 1.
Especially if they're using channel bonding too, you're really going to have terrible problems.
Yeah, you're basically stomping on someone's network.
So this is 6 normally, and then this is the channel bonding. Even if they're just a single normal Wi-Fi, they're going to get hit on either side.
Even on the edges they'll get hit. Just enough. It's not going to kill your network.
What does it look like? Can you demonstrate what would happen?
Okay, we got video running on both these computers.
Okay.
It's from one's wireless access point, one server.
So it's pulling the video from the wireless.
Yeah, it's
over the network.
802.11G, just G, on channel 1.
All right.
Now,
and it's going, by the way, I want to say smoothly, very nicely.
Yeah. Well, in the back here, I have a 108 megabit router running.
Okay. One of these new G Extreme routers.
Extreme G. It's for the Netgear.
So are you going to use it?
Yeah. You can see it right here. It says it's 108 megabits, it's running full signal. It's going fast.
You turn it on. Okay.
Yeah. So then I'm just going to transfer a file.
So it's working okay. Everything's working okay right now.
Exactly. And I'm just going to transfer some big files that
So you're now saturating the network on this other Wi-Fi. Now what happens on our Wi-Fi here?
They start
stuttering. Freeze. They just stop working.
Yeah, they freeze.
Look at that. It's frozen.
Now this is an extreme case because we're really close. But one of the other benefits, side effects of Super G, that technology, is you increase the range as well. So now, like in places like San Francisco, where
there might be hundreds of people that you're affecting.
Around my house, I have 4 access points.
Right, and every one of them could be potentially affected if you start using one of these extremes. Now, it doesn't stop permanently, but it
stutters.
It stutters because it's using bandwidth.
It's using bandwidth. They're stomping on each other, basically. They're fighting for the same channel.
So they may be affecting you, too.
Yeah, it goes both ways. We're affecting each other. But the problem is that when you know this is not when you're surfing the web, because realistically broadband is such a small portion of what you don't need all that bandwidth. Yeah. Right. But when you do file transfers, which is not uncommon if you have a network. Right. File transfers, or like in my case, I do streaming video.
Who would buy this? Somebody who's streaming large files across the network. That's who's going to need that. You don't need it for internet access.
You absolutely do not need it for internet access. The only reason you would have it is for streaming video, like multiple streams of video at that DVD quality, or like doing large file transfers.
Well, I'm wondering why they were allowed to do this.
Well, there's a little argument going on right now, because as long as you meet the base requirements, the Wi-Fi, you'll get the certification.
So it's certified as long as you don't turn it on at the factory.
Exactly, but once it's so, there's a bit of a thing going on, an argument going on if they should be required to have other
well, I'll tell you the truth.
Issues.
I've been waiting for this to happen because this frequency is unregulated.